All right. Had a long day at work today. But I mean, we got to try to play a level every night, right? At least try to. So I think I'm going to try to play the Glowing Catacombs. Now, this is a very difficult level. At least I think of it as a hard level. But there are a couple good reasons to play this one. One, it has two herb types, Corpse Cap and Rockroot, that I do not have on Banner Spear for her retirement goal. So that's a pretty good reason. Two, you get some herbs as a reward for beating it. And three, this is like the most standard level that I have access to, kind of. It is a kill all enemies. Crystal Enclosure is also a cool level that I really want to play that is also like a kill all enemies. So I really want to play both of these levels. I'm not really a very big fan of either of these levels in the Unfettered storyline. And so Glowing Catacombs feels like the most standard level to try to get some Geminate experience in playing a real level. So I want to do that. And so in this first room here, it looks like 3-player is a lot harder than 2. 2, you don't have either of these two enemies, this Living Spirit or this Ice Wraith. 1 Living Spirit probably won't be that big of an issue. The only problem is that Ice Wraiths can generate ice, and then Living Spirits can stun with ice. So when it's just Living Spirits by themselves, they're not nearly as much of an issue because they have to set it one turn and then proc it the next. But the Ice Wraiths could make that a really big problem. So I think I do want to get the Living Spirit gone as fast as possible. I also have these traps here. Living Doom are grounded enemies, but Ice Wraith and Living Spirit are flying. So I will only be able to get the Living Dooms into the traps. But I mean, it feels like that's going to be a pretty important thing to try to focus on. I'm trying to think if there's a way to get both of these traps in this turn. Geminate, probably not in a single turn, right? Geminate has this push card, which is just a push 1, and then also has this pull card. And so those are both tops. So obviously I can't do them in the same turn. Banner Spear has Javelin Pull, which would be able to get this guy through, but obviously I'm not going to be able to move 3 on turn 1. And so then if this guy moves here, then I'm not going to be able to get it. I guess if he comes forward, then I can push easily on Geminate. So I think it makes sense to start with the ranged form on Geminate and play Scarab Flight here. It's exact range of 3-4, but that works for if this Living Doom is right here, he's at 4 range and I can push him away, or if he comes forward, he's at 3 range and I can push him away. So I guess it wouldn't work if it just moves 1. So I probably want to go faster than him. His fastest card at 11, he stands still, so that wouldn't be a big issue. I'm not sure what the initiative is on their summon, but I think it's in like the 70s. Oh, this is going to be a long one. I can tell this is going to be a long one. I would really like to get a Boldening Blow out in the beginning here, just because of getting blesses in the deck early to help stack as much damage as possible. If the Living Doom moves up to like right here, and I move my allies like this, then I could go for a Boldening Blow. It looks like the only place we'll be able to stand in a triangle pattern is right here. So maybe I just try to line up into this pattern on turn 1 here, and what could I do on Banner Spear that would be useful? I mean, I'd probably just go late and try to move forward up to here. I want to save Javelin to save my pull. I guess if I move right here, I can let them come onto this Ice Wraith. I do suffer Retaliate since it's ranged Retaliate. But I guess I would suffer the Retaliate and then I would heal, right? Because like there's that ability line separating them. So So that's nice. So let them come makes me not suffer very much retaliate. And then I get some damage, and it puts a poison into the Ice Wraith at least. Is a little bit of something. So I think I like that. Then it's putting me into a good position. If the Living Doom moves forward, then next turn I just... next turn I Boldening Blow him. And so all I need to do, Geminate to do is to move forward. So maybe I want Geminate to move forward and... move forward and transform to melee. Well, it kind of makes sense to stay in ranged. Make this 0. Kind of makes sense to stay in ranged, because if I have Banner Spear here, Geminate here, I could push this guy here, and I could immobilize him with the weighted net, so he would be guaranteed to still be there. And then I could just go for another ranged attack. Do I have any ranged attack that I could use to kill this Living Spirit? I don't think so. Like, needing an attack for 6. I don't think I have any, like, ranged piercing cards. And does Geminate have anything that wounds? No. I just wound myself. So I could Icebound Quills to kill the Living Spirit, but it would need to pull... I would need to pull a 0 on it to get the kill. So that's something. I mean, that sounds like it would probably be worth doing. Just because I want him gone quickly. Drifter has got to set Crushing Weight. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I should be allowed to bring 13 cards here. That only sounds fair. Let's see. I guess I can drop Relentless. Well, no. Retaliate will be really, really good here against Living Spirits. Retaliate against Living Spirits and the normal Ice Wraiths. That sounds really good. There also aren't that many enemies in this scenario. I guess there can be a lot of Living Spirits if the Dooms summon, though. And that would just eat through my Retaliates really, really quickly. So maybe I'll get rid of the Retaliates. Maybe I just want Shockwave damage to hit the Living Spirits instead. I do have pull with Banner Spear and Geminate to like pull monsters together so that they can be shockwaved on each other. Because like a Fierce Barrage could easily deal with a Living Spirit. And oh, so I've got my new card Breakthrough. Wow, this can just straight up kill this Living Spirit at the top with a 0. I don't even need to, like, set Crushing Weight or anything. Now, I don't know if that's really worth doing at all. If I just set Crushing Weight on turn 1, maybe turn 2, I could run over and hit the Living Spirit, but that really puts me out of position. Also, I kind of want to save my Pierce cards, because there is a lot of shield that I'm dealing with here. So, let's do Crushing Weight on turn 1. I probably really just want to stay still. Maybe I go for this heal here. Let's do this heal here, because I don't know, what kind of damage my characters are going to be taking, and maybe it won't be any. Banner Spear is just going to move forward and let them come. Feels like 24 speed should be fine with that. And I need to move forward. I could Combined Effort. That's not really getting me anything. So maybe I'll just do a base move on Rallying Cry. I don't think I really need the Rallying Cry. Also, though, if I save Rallying Cry, I could always summon with the Boldening Blow, but that's at a really bad initiative, so that's probably not a very good idea. Then here I know I want Scarab Flight, and then I guess the question is just going to be, do I want to go faster or slower than 30? I probably don't want to change forms, but I do want to play a move 3. So do I have a ranged move 3 that does not change forms? Firefly Swarm? I mean, it makes sense to me to try to save the loss for later, so let's go with that. There's a very long setup for turn 1, but this is going to be a really hard scenario, so I think I need to play pretty optimally throughout. On Banner Spear, kill an enemy before it takes its first turn. I don't really see that happening. Perform 2 lost actions in the same turn. You don't have any lost tops on Banner Spear. Have 1 or more cards in your hand each time you rest. Why do I have these awful, awful, awful battle goals? I mean, I'm going to grab Assassin and maybe try to kill a living spirit in the second room, but like I have to go so far deep in. I don't think it's going to be possible. Maybe there are oozes in the second room, and so maybe the ooze will split, and then I can kill one of the ones it splits into before it takes its first turn, because it could spawn at low health, based off how many times they've split already. So that feels like the play there. On Geminate, kill 5 or more enemies, kill 1 of each monster type. There are only 3 monster types in this first scenario. And pushing or pulling into traps, I do believe, does count as you getting the kill. So killing the Living Doom could be hard, but then getting... Oh, there are 4 monster types with the oozes, too. Never play the lowest initiative. I don't want to worry about that. So it's either, can I kill 1 of everything, or kill 5? And if I'm killing 1 of everything, then I'm probably killing at least 5, right? I don't really want to put... I mean, either way, it's putting a lot of pressure on Geminate, right? Hopefully I'll be able to keep track of it. Or maybe I'll just fail it in the first room, and then won't have to worry about it. And finally on Drifter, kill the first enemy. That's definitely doable. Kill someone not adjacent to you while you're next to someone else. Target an ally in between each rest. So it's either kill the first enemy or kill an enemy not adjacent to you. I mean... I had that thought of Drifter going after the living spirit, so that feels... All of this feels acceptable, so I think we can go ahead and pull. We've got a heal coming from this guy, so he's going to ignore that poison that I gave him, which is annoying. He is going to move up. I guess that means I can move him up to here, because Banner Spear is first, so Banner Spear is just going to move to... We've got Bane coming out of the Living Doom. And I played my heal card on Drifter, which is really annoying. I played 2 heal cards on Drifter. It's really annoying that I'm I'm before them, because it would be very nice. But probably everybody can avoid this Bane, right? Like, Geminate moves up here, but Geminate has an Amulet of Life, so I can just heal the Bane off. Banner Spear, I guess... I could play Meat Grinder to get a bottom heal off. And this guy is going to move forward, so I could go Meat Grinder, Boldening Blow. That's just really slow. So maybe I'll look into like healing with Drifter or something. Alright, so I move forward. I will let them come. It'll just be an attack for 2. I don't think I did a road event, so let's do a road event real quick. Real quick. Okay, B. Easy. Alright, so I don't need to wound myself or anything. So just an attack for 2 with poison. Oh. Oh. That's such a tease. So 2 plus 1 minus 2. It does 1. And then I take 3 retaliate. And then the Ice Wraith gets poisoned. And then I heal for 2, and Drifter heals for 2. So, underwhelming. And now... Oh, okay, so I can avoid the Bane. Okay, Geminate will go next. So, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so Geminate's going to attack at 4 range. It'll hit this Living Doom with Scarab Flight. Just an attack for 2. We're going to throw on the Weighted Net to add Immobilize to the attack. And, okay, so it just does 3. Oh, and he has 2 shields. So he takes 1, but that's fine. The traps are 6 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then he gets immobilized. And now Geminate will move 1, 2, 3 into this formation. Oh, it's a move 4 on the Living Dooms. That's okay. Now, Ice Wraith are next. So first the Elite is going to heal the poison off. And then he will move to right here. He sets Ice, and he will attack for 4. And it will deal 1 into Banner Spear and wound her. And then this guy has a 4 ranged attack, so he will go 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. I think this is a good spot for him to be standing for me. This way I have more surface area on him, and he can stand on top of obstacles. So he just attacks for 3, and it does 3. I don't have any more armor. Man, that's a lot of damage. And I get cursed. But you never know when that's going to come out. I really didn't need to immobilize this guy now that I think about it. Because they have 4 move. So this guy is going to see Geminate. Alright, we've got a move. Oh, well, Drifter next is just going to set his crushing weight. Oh, okay, but then, yeah, playing the heal does definitely help out, because Banner Spear took a little bit of damage and got wounded, so we can heal that wound off. So not a horrible turn. We got crushing weight up. This guy's immobilized. This guy goes 1, 2, 3, 4, and we'll just attack for 1. And it does have disadvantage. Ooh, nice. So I dodged the 2 from my leather armor that I picked up. And then Geminate gets baned. Oh, this guy would move 2, but then now he's not in range to attack. With just range 2. And ice is already set from the Ice Wraith. This guy can't move. That guy goes here and hits Geminate. And we're done. And so turn 1, I spent a very long time on it, but I think it went about as well as I could hope for. So now, what options do I have? I mean, I'm set up for Boldening Blow, so it's really hard for me to not Boldening Blow here. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I could regroup with Boldening Blow to move the Drifter forward. I guess this guy's kind of blocking, though. So if Drifter's moving forward, Drifter can just move 3 and attack the Living Spirit, get the kill, and then get Opener, which is good. Man, I really wish I could push this guy again. What can I... Okay, so I need to go fast onto Banner Spear so that Drifter can go probably at... Let's see. I can go with Breakthrough. I can go with Fortitude as well. And Fortitude is not quite as good as Breakthrough. Breakthrough, I probably would move forward a tick going into this Ice Wraith to try to get the kill. Also, I could just Crude Spear where I am on this Ice Wraith and deal big damage to him. I've got so many options. So maybe we don't look at Drifter yet, because he's dealing the most damage here. Something like Fortitude with the Crude Spear into this Living Doom could do a lot. Same thing into this Ice Wraith. But the Ice Wraith is going to be disarmed from Boldening Blow, so that won't be the #1 priority. I could go for the kill on this guy, but I don't think they have any ranged attacks, which means that this guy's not getting in to do any damage, and so I can leave him as he is. There is ice, so the Living Spirit could stun. So maybe that makes the Living Spirit the top priority. So maybe I've convinced myself back into going for Shockwave, just move 3, shield 1, Fortitude into the Living Spirit. I think I like it. That means I have to go faster than 17, so let's just go at 10 here. This way I can improve the damage that my Boldening Blow does. I've used my armor, but even with taking 3 Retaliate, 10 health, I'll be fine to tank any one attack. Maybe I regroup on the next turn to heal up. It's probably not going to be time for that yet. After this turn, I probably need to be looking for a good way to Javelin into a Meat Grinder. There's no way to set up a Meat Grinder with this Ice Wraith here. If I, like, move over here and Javelin to this Ice Wraith here and had an ally there, that is, like, a good Meat Grinder, but not quite seeing that. Alright, so I've got all of those guys, and now just something for Geminate. Geminate just needs to heal the Bane off of itself, but Amulet of Life makes that a non-issue. It's really hard to, like, have these cards in Tabletop Simulator and figure out exactly what I want to do. Because it would be nice to like just look at the ranged form hands. I guess I could keep the ranged form hand in the green player and the melee cards in white. Maybe I'll mess with that. So what options do I have here? I've got attack with pull, but that's never going to get into this damage trap, right? Now I really wish I still had that immobilize, and it really wouldn't have hurt me. It wouldn't have hurt me at all to not immobilize on that turn. It would be really nice to back off here and immobilize and, like, switch forms. I'm never really doing any damage to this guy. My range form just doesn't have Pierce to be good into shield. I could move to heal 2. So what if I went for, like, a top to change forms, and my bottom is just move to heal 2? That feels pretty good. I mean, it saves my Amulet of Life, which I don't know if that's going to be important at all. And then I don't see any losses that are going to be super effective here. So I think let's just do that. Oh. Yeah, that's one reason not to put the cards there, because then it'll send them to player 1 instead of player 3. Alright. All of my characters are first, which is nice. 3 range on the Living Spirit, so he will hit 2 if I don't move out of the way, but I'm probably moving 2 and then attacking this guy. So that'll get me out of range. Hard hit coming out of the Ice Wraith, and they'll both go into Banner Spear. At least right now they will. So that's a little bit rough. And then attack with Disarm, but they did not set Dark last turn on their Bane card. So at least they're not disarming. So attack for 5 is a hard hit, but it's not the end of the world, I don't think. Alright, so I think all of my plans are going to work out. So we'll Resolved Courage to increase the damage by 1. And then Boldening Blow to attack for 4. It's not worth Power Potioning. I will go ahead and Spyglass. So attack for 5. And it's going to deal 5. Oh, no, I said Spyglass, didn't I? Ooh, 12. Actually, that doesn't really help. It's going to deal 6, and it's going to disarm. But the attack already disarmed. And then I already did the retaliate damage. I do need to bless both of my other characters. So hopefully those will come in handy. I could health potion here. It looks like I'm just going to eat attack for 4, attack for 5, and... Ooh. No, I don't think I need to, because Drifter's going in. But that means Drifter's going to get hit really hard. Alright, I'm not going to health potion yet. And so now we have Drifter. So Drifter will go 1, 2, 3, using jump boots. Oh, do I want Reinforced Shield or Poison Dagger? I haven't used either yet, so I think it's totally legit to switch them out. Let's see. What can Reinforced Shield block? It can block Disarms from the Living Dooms, but they're almost done in this room. It can block Wound. It can block Curse. Could block Stun. But I don't have very much poison on my team anymore, kind of. No, I'm going to do the Reinforced Shield. I think that the defense is going to be more important than the offense. So Drifter jumps over with the movement on Shockwave, so now has 1 shield, and then is just going to Fortitude into the Living Spirit, and it kills. So don't have to worry about that guy. I also got the first kill, so that is Opener completed. Happy days. And now Geminate. So, is there anything good that can happen with this attack? Can I pull this guy out of range? No. He has moved too, so if I could pull him straight down, I could pull him away from the drifter, and then he wouldn't be able to reach, but there's just no way for me to do that. So I could back up and pull this guy so that he targets Banner Spear instead, but I don't think that's worth it. I'll just back up 2, heal 2, and then attack with Into My Embrace. I could go after this Ice Wraith. Yeah, let's do that. Let's go into the Ice Wraith. I'll have to suffer 3 Retaliate. But, well, I guess unless I crit, right? Which I did not. But now he's softened up to the point where Banner Spear probably kills without having to eat Retaliate again, which I think is going to be worth it. And so now the Ice Wraith goes and just passes. I guess he doesn't even set Ice, but the next guy will. And he sees Banner Spear for sure. So attack for 4, and it does 3. And Banner Spear gets another curse, so that's very not good. And now both of these guys are going to go into Drifter, who has 1 shield for the round. So attack for 5. It does 5, and then with this shield, I take 3. And then attack for 4, and it does 3 as well. So, really not bad. This is going pretty decently well. Alright, I am in melee form now. I'm gonna move these cards back to the other hand. It's just too weird for me to have them in 2 separate hands. Maybe I'll try to leave them like this, at least for a little bit. But it's really nice to have them sorted in initiative order. So what can I do in melee form here? Hornet Stinger sounds really, really good. Is there any way... This is really hard to see. Where could I stand? I guess if I'm standing here, I could go up in that direction. What happens if I'm standing here? I go there. Or I go there. So that's not gonna... I'm not gonna hit both. I guess Drifter could just get a kill here, though. So, just getting a singular Hornet Stinger onto this guy doesn't seem too bad. Oh, but I don't want to poison the Banner Spear. Reckless Jab. I saved the... Yeah. Let's Reckless Jab for sure. I saved the Amulet of Life, so we've got to get a use out of it. So let's run up to this guy and Reckless Jab him to just buy a turn. That feels really good. I just need to move forward without... changing forms. And I would like to go relatively fast. So I think Hornbeetle Carapace is good here. There are really no downsides to this. This way, Drifter can probably just pick up the kill on the Living Doom. Which I could do with Breakthrough, but I think it would be better to get with something else. Bloodletting would need a +1. Yeah, I need 6 damage to kill, so I need a +1 on Bloodletting, but I've got a lot of extra +1s in my deck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 extra +1s. Maybe I Muscle Potion it? It feels a little bit early to blow the Muscle Potion, though. But getting the kill would be kind of insane. I also don't hate the idea of just running up to this guy and hitting him with a Breakthrough. But no, I take it back. I hate that idea. I mean, let's kill this guy first, and then go for a Breakthrough onto this Ice Wraith. I have enough time to do that. So I could Draining Arrows bottom to, like, move here and get a tick back, and Bloodletting and get a +1 and kill. Or I could Vile Assault to heal up a little bit. This guy's going to be stalled out for a single round. I'm not going to have Ice, but I kind of like the idea of going for an Icebound Quills into him. It would be basically an attack for 4. But I don't have any way to buff up my attack. I can't give it Strengthen or anything like that. Oh, you know what I need to do? Oh, I'm so dumb. I've got this Stamina Potion. Yeah, okay. Not a good Geminate player, but we'll get there someday. We'll get there someday. I've got the stamina potion, and this guy is standing. He's standing right here, right next to this trap. So I'll just move forward, and I will disarm him this turn. So I do want to change forms. Where is it? I do want to change forms. So I want to move forward and change forms and hit him with Reckless Jab. So I guess that means I have to go in a very middling speed. And so hopefully he doesn't move forward. But either way, I should be able to manipulate it so that it's fine. Then I get back a ranged card. And then I can probably just go at Mind Spike's speed, back up 2, push him into the trap, and just change forms with Selfless Offering. On the following turn. Yeah, so Selfless Offering with Smoldering Hatred. That'll switch me back into melee form. And then, I mean, maybe I can Hornet Stinger over here. What is Banner Spear doing to pick up a kill here? Javelin just needs a 0. So I go at Javelin speed, I back off and Meat Grinder myself, and I attack this guy and hope I pull a 0 and kill him. That feels reasonable. Also, if I just go after Geminate, Geminate's moving here and I could tip of the spear, but that still just needs a 0, so I might as well do the Javelin, I think. Also, Geminate's going at 38, and that would be pretty slow. So I could regroup to move the Geminate up, and then Geminate could attack and back off, and then it would have a bottom for the following turn. But I don't think the ranged bottom on the following turn is going to make too much difference. Because it's just going to be something like... I don't hate that idea. So let's go for regroup with tip of the spear. Well, but then the problem with that is that I lose the heal on regroup. I do still have a heal on Meat Grinder, and I'm not getting a good Meat Grinder off. It's slightly slower, but I don't think the difference between 21 and 25 is... I don't think there's any Ice Wraith card that's going to punish me there. And then here... This guy's most likely not going to get off an attack, but I am at 38 speed, which is a little bit slow. So maybe I'll just heal with a Vile Assault. Now let's get the tick back and go for Bloodletting. Very, very slow. Okay. Invis on Ice Wraith. I actually really like that for myself. Unfortunately, they do have ice. Oh, but if the Living Doom can just attack, then that will eat the ice, and then the Ice Wraith don't get the Bless. Which almost feels worth it to me. Oh, and this guy is going to get to attack. And I chose to bring the Reinforced Shield so I can block it on the Drifter. Dude, it's all working out. It all works out too perfectly. All right. First, let's Bloodletting, I think. Well, it doesn't matter, because Drifter is fastest, so this guy's just going to step here. But I don't want him to step here, because then it's harder for me to push him into the trap. So first, let's Bloodletting. We need a +1 to kill. And I don't have any items to buff it. I guess I could throw in this second Holy Water for another Bless, but I would feel kind of bad drawing a Bless when I need a +1 to kill. But I do really want to get a kill. So let's put in that second Bless. I don't think it's worth the Muscle Potion here. How bad is... Because of the cards they drew, it's not that bad if these guys both get attacks 3 off into Drifter, right? Since the Ice Wraith aren't even attacking this round. So it's not the end of the world if I missed out on the kill. So I'm not going to Muscle Potion. And I draw the +1 anyway. So wasn't even worried. So that guy dies. I get a tick of Crushing Weight back on Bloodletting. And then I guess I will just stand still, which will get a tick of Crushing Weight back on Draining Arrows. Because I'm next to one guy. Alright. Banner Spear will tell Geminate to move here. And then we'll just do a tip of the spear. I could also move the Drifter, but I don't really want to move the Drifter. I want him to eat the Living Doom attack. So let's just draw a 0. Okay. You can tell that the attack modifier decks are getting better now that the characters are high level. Oh, this first room went so much better than I could have expected. All right, so Living Doom will eat the ice and attack for 3, and it does 4. And then Drifter will reinforce shield to block the immobilize. And then now Geminate is going to go for a reckless jab, wound and poison itself to attack for 4 with disarm. Ooh. Yes! Alright, so attack for 4 does 8 damage. That's 6. And now this guy dies to the trap next turn. Oh. Man, this is going to be so sad when I still lose. Alright. And then I move 3. And I change forms. And I use my Amulet of Life. Oh, I get brittled. Let's not forget to brittle myself. And then I use my Amulet of Life to get rid of all of it. Oh, it's so perfect. Oh, and I Stamina Potion to get back Scarab Flight. And we're so in there. We're so in there. Dang it, I could have gotten that on Banner Spear. Okay. Ice Wraith goes invisible, which is annoying, but it's not the end of the world. It is actually kind of really annoying. No, I don't heal one because I was poisoned. So I have to go after the Ice Wraith. He could just go at 95. And then he'll just be completely invisible. Let's see. So I definitely want to do Scarab Flight. And I want the Living Doom to still be there. He's disarmed, though, so nothing he can do faster than... I guess he could curse and... Is it curse and muddle the Drifter he could do at 11 speed? But I can't underspeed 11 anyway. So we just go for the Scarab Flight. He's 3 range away. I push him into the trap. He dies every time. And that does not change forms. So do I want to... If I play a move 3, I can get a loot. And I think that feels like it's probably worth it. And then I'll just change into melee. And then in melee, maybe I can just Hornet Stinger this Ice Wraith. So I like that. Over here, maybe I just am going for a heal on Meat Grinder, because I can't go super slow to ensure that I'll underspeed him. And I can just try to set myself up for a combined effort with the Drifter. I guess we would have to both be down here, which is a lot of movement needed for everybody, but it's definitely doable. So let's go slow with Meat Grinder and Javelin. And then now the only risk is that the Geminate is fastest. And so if the Ice Wraith attacks the Geminate, it could kill. But it would only be attacking for 3. Oh, and I still have 1 tick of disadvantage. So if it's going fast... It's only attacking... It's attacking lightly. For it to attack for 4, it has to go at 72. 71. Okay. So, Geminate should never die here. Which means I can go for basically any initiative on Drifter. Dang. So I guess I'll just sustain momentum with Deadly Shot. That way I have enough movement to make it. And... it's my slowest initiative and gives me the best chance at dealing damage. Yeah, we've got an attack for 2 coming in at disadvantage into Geminate. I'm totally fine with that. So first, Geminate is going to attack this Living Doom and deal no damage and push him into the trap where he dies. And then now Geminate will just move up here, pick up a loot, and change to melee form. Now, Ice Wraith is going to get rid of his own invisibility, attack at disadvantage, miss. But it will still curse. So, that one unfortunate part. Now, I've got move 3, regenerate 1. I think I'm just going to go here to get underneath and get the regenerate, and then just attack at range with javelin. So it's just basically attack for 1. Oh, okay. 3 crits for 6 with the shield. It takes 4. It's not invisible anymore. And then Drifter will go right here. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so, I mean, I could go fast next turn and get down here. And then it's just attack for 2, which is basically... Or 4, which is 2, because of the shield, and it misses. That's fine. And then I move the tick back. All good. So, I could go at 27, jump down here, break through, just go as fast as I can, which means I guess I go at 32 to try to get the combined effort in. And I'm gonna have cleared this extremely difficult room with, like, stamina to spare. It's kind of crazy. I guess I could drag down to force him going into disadvantage, so does that work here? Or I could just go for loot. But I mean, let's move 1 and... Well, but I guess drag down is going to force me to change, won't it? So I can go at 23 and move here and changeling boon. No, 23 is too fast. If I do this, can I switch forms next turn? No. Does it matter that I can't switch forms? Probably not, because I just take 1 more turn. I walk onto, like, a pile of loot. Alright, well, I'm going after my other characters, so I'll be able to see what they've done when the time comes. And he's last. That's beautiful. Alright, so Drifter... Oh, Drifter already used jump boots, didn't it? Definitely didn't think about that. Alright, well, let's just get the kill, right? So do I want to wound with breakthrough? I don't think so, because I'm already going to use a tick. Oh, but when I long rest, I get a tick back. So yeah, let's do it. Let's move a tick forward to get the wound, and then let's attack for 6. And it's going to do 6. And then now, even if Banner Spear deals no damage, next turn, he'll die to the wound. So then I can just heal 2 with Vile Assault. And I do want to just stay there. So I guess I heal 1. I could just let Drifter get hit here, and then I could pick up the chest immediately. Or I go here and I try to attack. I could let Geminate go here and attack for 1 and try to pick up the kill. It would just need a 0 to make him die to wound. It would poison the Drifter. And I don't have regenerate yet, but Drifter is pretty healthy if I long rest and then give it a heal. Does Drifter have any heals left? Drifter still has a heal left. I think I'm fine with that. And this way I can pick up the chest right now and just not have to worry about it. So Banner Spear is just going to go to the chest. I think it's a random side scenario, but I'm not sure. Number 9 it was. Yep, random side scenario. And so it will be 26.4. Ice Cave 111. I've never played that, so maybe I'll play it next. Does it have any... it requires a sled. I want to build a sled. So, like, literally every single thing in this first room completely worked out in, like, the best possible way. That is assuming that Geminate picks up the kill here. So Geminate's just going to move for 2, attack for 1 with Hornet Stinger. Get the 0, which with the Pierce will deal 1 damage, poison here, poison the Drifter, which is whatever, and Ice Wraith dies to wound. And so I'm in ranged form now, so... Oh, I'm in ranged form now. So I guess I just move 2 and pick up that, right? So I'm missing, like, the turn of stamina that I gained from the stamina potion, but getting the push back to play the push twice was just so key. So I definitely didn't play that correctly on Geminate, because I played 0 losses on the first rest cycle. But we cleared... We cleared the first room quite comfortably. Do I have... Oh, I have flexible slippers on Geminate. Dang it. What kind of moves did I play? Man. The only one who can pick up this loot pile is the Geminate. And I would like to get all of them, but maybe it's just not really going to happen, because I don't have a move 3 on Drifter, so I would have to be spending, like, a bunch of extra turns just going for loot. So let's just have Geminate go right here and use the loot shoes, so it'll just be closer to the door. And it wasn't worth it anyway. And then Drifter, I guess, will just move up to the door and heal off the poison. Oh, and move the Crushing Weight back a tick. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Then Banner Spear just heals 3 because of the Regenerate. Picks a card to lose. I need a lot of movement here. I think I want to regroup Drifter on this next turn. I really like the idea of getting one more Boldening Blow in and trying to get some blesses out. Maybe I drop Let Them Come. It's probably either Let Them Come or Rallying Cry. I like the idea of trying to get Rallying Cry in to help get a Boldening Blow, because Blesses on Banner Spear would be pretty good, so she has some high base attacks. Maybe we can drop Combined Effort. We've got Meat Grinder, which is like a better version of Combined Effort. It's like a little more versatile. I'm not in love with that decision, but it is what it is. So this turn here, I mean, it doesn't make sense to do anything other than just... Ooh. I can Boldening Blow here to move here, move the Geminate here. Geminate gets back the loot shoes during its long rest, and then can use them to pick up that loot. So I think that's what I'm going to do. So just regroup with Boldening Blow, and then command him to go here, and then heal Drifter for 2, give Drifter Regenerate, Banner Spear heals from the Regenerate, Drifter will heal 3, Geminate will heal 2. We get a lot of health back. I can pick ranged or melee form. I think I'm going to pick melee form, because I want to get this Hornbeetle Carapace up to accelerate the next room. So... Consume any element to set ice or light. I think the only element that I really want, like more than anything else, is fire for Firefly Swarm. That's like the main thing that seems really good. Light on this Self-Strengthen also seems really good. And that's a ranged card at 36 speed. 36 is a really awkward speed to be, like, strengthening yourself. I legit have absolutely no clue what I'm doing here. Maybe I lose Mind Spike, but it's such a nice fast initiative. Reckless Jab was really good there. Changling's Boon maybe isn't the best here because of the Retaliate and the Shield. So, like, a low damage attack. Actually, I really want to play the bottom of Changling's Boon, I think. Draining Pincers to switch forms. So let's get rid of Harvest the Essence, I think. Oh, gosh. Not good. And then I want to switch to melee form. And during the long rest is when the loot shoes come back, and then at the end of the turn is when looting takes place. So another just single gold pile? Useless. Alright. and then a Drifter card. This should be easier than Geminate. Sustain Momentum could be really good in this scenario. There's a lot of moving that needs doing. There's a lot of living spirits, so Shockwave could be really good. It's just unfortunate that they're 3 health, because it makes Shockwave not super OP. I need a lot of movement, so keeping my move 4 seems like a must. Maybe I could drop Draining Arrows. I am, oh, sorry. I am, you know what, let's, I didn't get it. It's still there in my throat. I think I'm going to drop Draining Arrows. Why is Relentless in the lost pile? I think I just meant to put it in the don't bring pile. But where is my other card? This is 1. This is 10. Oh, okay. And that's 12. Yeah. So yeah, I have 10 cards in hand. I played 1 loss, and I've got 1 in the lost pile. So I think this is just a huge setup turn. We'll go for Shockwave with Sustained Momentum. Go for... Man, part of me almost wants to play Rallying Cry. Oh, you know what? On my long rest, I could have moved Drifter out of the way. Is it stupid to play Rallying Cry here? It feels really stupid. No, because I have too much movement that I need to do in this room. So Rallying Cry is probably not going to come in at all, but I might bring it in, like, if I need to set up a Resolved Courage for myself to do some big damage. So maybe... You know what? This room is so long, and there's so much to do, I'm not opposed to just opening the door. Just opening the door, backing back off, and letting monsters come towards me. There are there are oozes in the back of this second room, but at this point, they're 9 health. I almost think that just letting them split like 2 times is the best case, because then they go down to 5 health. I mean, I've got a ton of stamina on these characters with a 12 card and a 14 card class. What's the worst case if I just like sit back here for 10 turns and let the oozes kill themselves? So I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to open the door. I really wish I could get rid of this tickle in my throat, because I know the coughing is really annoying. All right. I think let them come. I really don't think I need to even do a lot of movement. Let's just do Rallying Cry and probably just move 1, 2, like that. And then here I want to do Hornbeetle Carapace with Changeling Spoon. Ooh, also with Changeling's Boon, I can always turn their ice like into fire. And so the the Ice Wraith don't get to dominate me. Drifter is just going to regenerate and then set up all of its stuff. What are my other... Oh. I have no idea. Okay. I did kill... I did kill a Living Doom on Geminate. But that's the only thing I killed on Geminate. Because Banner Spear killed 1 Ice Wraith. 1 Ice Wraith died to wound. Drifter killed the Living Spirit. So... I still need to kill an Ooze, a Living Spirit, and an Ice Wraith. Here, I want to get up to the Oozes, have them split, and then kill one of the Oozes ASAP. Oh. Undo. I think this is right. When I open this door, is it going to give them cards? Well, either way, Geminate goes next and is just going to activate both of these. For my first experience of the scenario, since I haven't been playing any losses. Whoops. And I bless myself. Did I play that Holy Potion? Yeah. So I've got 2 blesses in both Geminate and Drifter. And then I've got the Hornbeetle Carapace, so now in my ranged form, I deal +2 damage with every attack. And then Banner Spear will heal 1, move 1 with the bottom of Rallying Cry. And what do we have? The heal card out of the Ooze. That's fantastic. It is elite, so it does have more health than I thought it would. You know, now that I think about it, it would be really nice to just get up there and, like, hit him once to take him down to 6 health so that all of his offspring are weaker. But let's see, who's first? To put them a little bit out of order, it'd be Ice Wraith. Oh, there are 2 of them. They're going to move 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they are going to hit. I guess the Drifter was fastest, right? Or I could just leave Banner Spear here so that... no, this way only 1 person gets hit. So I'll just back off 1, and that's fine. And then the Ice Wraith go first, so 5 moves here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This guy just gets close. They set Ice. Is it at the end of the round? No, at the end of each of your turns, you can change an element, so I can't change it yet. And the attack will go into Drifter. It is an attack for 4. And it does 5. And so it does 3. I don't think I ever used the Amulet of Life. Oh, well. That finishes that. We've just got move 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Move 1. And then they set Ice again. Okay. I'm not upset. I am not upset at all. I do kind of wish I had Rallying Cry in my hand, because Rallying Cry with Tip of the Spear looks pretty nice here. Let's see. Anything useful to do? I guess I can Meat Grinder here, right? It's like through the wall, but it still feels to me like it should be a valid formation, even through the wall like this. So that sounds amazing. Just jump over Meat Grinder. It's a lot of Retaliate. It's a lot of Retaliate. But, I mean, getting these guys down is going to be really important. What is Drifter going to do? Move 2, heal 2 makes a lot of sense. Now, I don't know if I can Fierce Barrage here. I don't see any reason I shouldn't be able to Fierce Barrage here. So this plan of Vile Assault with Fierce Barrage with going over and Meat Grinder, this could just one-shot them. And maybe I don't even need the Vile Assault. Maybe I could just go at Prudent Preparation and move 2. Because if I just kill these guys, there's no damage coming into me. So even if I suffer 6 with the wound, I'm fine. So I just want this to happen as fast as physically possible. So I go 14 with Fierce Barrage. I go... I guess I have to go 21. But that's okay. The only thing they could do that would really suck would be their shield card. But even then, I can still get Meat Grinder and Shockwave damage off. Make sure I reset all my items. Yeah, all those items look right to me. I really asked the question to myself here of if I'm muscle potioning this now. And finally, for the melee... For the melee Geminate, I mean, moving here and going for a Draining Pincers sounds pretty good. Would 23 speed be after both of my characters? It's after both of my characters, so I can... Oh, it's so perfect. I go at this speed, 23. Both of my other characters have gone. They've probably done big damage to the Ice Wraiths. Probably killed them. Maybe they have, maybe they haven't. If they have killed, if they have not killed them, I play the bottom move 3 on Hornet Stingers. I'm 2 initiative after Banner Spear. I go right here, and I play this top Draining Pincers attack. It'll use 2 of my Hornbeetle Carapace charges. I won't get the advantage, but I'll get 2 attacks for 4, and that should kill them. If they're already dead from Drifter and Banner Spear, then I swap, and I use the bottom of Draining Pincers to move forward and switch into my range form. And they got the shield card. Oh, dang, and they only get the shield because they have that ice. Oh, if they didn't get the shield, it would be so perfect. This is still okay, I think. Man, I really wish I had Boots of Speed on both my characters. That would be so amazing. Alright, so they heal, they eat the ice, and they get a shield. So I move here, I suffer from the wound. Does it make... Since they're not attacking this turn, I think it makes the most sense to just use the Amulet of Life now, so that I save a wound tick in the future. And then let's just go for the Fierce Barrage. So bottom guy and then the top, it'll use 2 Crushing Weights, and it'll use 2 Shockwaves. Oh, I guess I also used a Sustained Momentum on that move 1, didn't I? But that's okay. 2 Shockwaves. So, and so now I have to decide if I'm Muscle Potioning, right? And this feels like one of the most important turns to deal damage, because if I can get these guys dead, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. And so, top guy. Alright, I'll take a +1. So he takes 3 damage. This guy takes 2 off a Shockwave, and I take 3. And then bottom guy, +2, so he takes 4 damage. This guy takes 2, and I take 3. So I did not get off as much as I wanted, but it's okay. Banner Spear regenerates. We'll jump over. I think I Power Potion this. I Power Potion this, so I will meet Grinder. Let's go top guy. So this is attack for 5, 3 because of the shield. I can Spyglass either one. I do have 2 curses. Let's Spyglass the second one. So this first attack is not Spyglass on the top guy. Beautiful. And then the bottom one is Spyglassed, and I draw a curse. No, but I do get a +1. So top guy, it was 5, 7, which is 5 damage, and then the bottom guy should be 1 less. So it'll be 4. And now both of them are wounded. I do suffer 6 in Retaliate. And so I kill, almost guaranteed, if I do the move 3 and attack with Geminate. Oh, can I Hornet Stingers them, though? If I go here, I guess the Hornet Stinger would go this way, wouldn't it? Or this way. So either way, with Hornet Stinger, I would be hitting either the Banner Spear or the Drifter. So let's do a melee default attack for 2. So let's move 3 with Draining Pincers, which will switch me into the ranged form, but that's at the end of the turn. And let's just do a default attack for 2, which will use one of the Hornbeetle Carapaces. I need a +1 to kill. Because it's an attack for 3 and he has 2 shield. And I don't want to eat 3 Retaliate. So maybe I won't do the attack. Maybe I'll just let Drifter hit one of them next turn, and hitting one of them will make the Shockwave kill the other one. So I'll just move forward and I'll switch to range form, I think. And then now we've got move 2, move 2, move 2, and we take a singular attack for 2. I don't have any disadvantage items anymore. Oh, but I do have armor. So let's block 2 damage. And Oh, they went before Geminate, but it doesn't make a difference. And then just a move 2 on this guy. So I appreciate him not splitting. Okay. I think of this scenario as being extremely difficult, so I'm very, very happy with how well it's going. Smoldering Hatred. I can turn this into an attack for 6 because I've got my I've got the Hornbeetle Carapace up. So Smoldering Hatred, if I just muddle myself and curse myself again, it turns into an attack for 6. Where do I need to be standing to make them at 4-5 range? Is it right here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if Drifter kills here, then Geminate steps right here. I can hit both of these guys for 6, meaning they die to 0s, but it is at disadvantage with the level 1 deck. So I'm probably not killing. But is it probably the best thing that I can do? Oh, were there any... I guess there weren't any elements on my turn, were there, for me to use the Changeling's Boon? I don't think there were, because they ate the ice, and the Living Spirits didn't set an element. What can I do here? A tip of the spear just dominates these guys, so that's probably better for me to go for, to just try to have Geminate stand here and Banner Spear tip of the spear. Banner Spear is muddled as well. Also, the speed on this is just atrocious. Because 10, nobody else can get there in time. And 67 is obviously horrid. So, how quickly is Drifter killing? Drifter is killing at 27, which is not super fast. Luckily, just hitting one of them, though, will kill both because of Shockwave. And then I can move forward 4. So I want to go after 27. So after 27... So I can do Selfless Offering with Firefly Swarm and just move in and heal. That feels really good, actually. Unfortunately, I don't get the Regenerate on the heal since I don't have Fire. I do have Changeling's Boon, so if anybody sets an element, I could turn it into Fire and then heal next turn instead. So what if I just go... Let's play Smoldering Hatred. Yeah, let's go at this speed, and then I can play Smoldering Hatred, move forward, and I can go for the kills if I decide it's warranted. Here... I mean, the Living Spirits aren't going to run up to me. If they would run up to me, then Set for the Charge would be really good. But they already played their Curse card. They have shuffled, so I guess there's a possibility they draw their Curse card and, like, run straight into me. Is it really worth going for that? Probably not. But, I mean, what else am I going to do, right? Alright, they are not going to just run straight into me. They are attacking for 4, which is pretty high. So I guess best case scenario would be to split their damage up. So if I move 4 on Banner Spear like this, and then I can move 4 on Drifter like this, and that way they'll each target 1 of my guys instead of both getting to target 2. So I think I'll just move 4... and then I'll just do a default attack for 2 and hope to draw some of those curses. There we go. We get the curse, and because of Muddle, we don't get the Rolling Shield, unfortunately. But I did get one of the curses out, so I will accept that for sure. And then an attack for 4 can never kill Banner Spear. So that's something. Drifter really needs to pick up the kill. It's an attack for 5, though. So, oh, and I'm strengthened, right? So it can't miss. Man, I'm still haven't drawn any of those blesses. So I kill that guy. That will make Shockwave go off and kill this guy. It will get me a tick back because of Bloodletting. And then I move forward with Sustained Momentum. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I heal 2. Yep. I mean, that all looks... basically exactly how the doctor drew it up. One issue with this plan... Actually, no, it's not an issue. They can move like this, and then they're still next to each other for Shockwave, right? So Geminate will go right here. I hate this, but I'm going to muddle myself and curse myself. That just feels horrible. And let's go for the Hornbeetle Carapace. Unfortunately, there's still no elements for me to change. Close guy. Oh, far guy. Okay, I do kill this guy. So that's not bad. I'll take it. I will take it. And then move 3. 1, 2, 3. Did I move this guy last turn? I probably did. Because they moved... These guys moved like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spaces, and this guy moved 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spaces. So yeah, I did move him last turn. So he just moves 2 again. We get Leaf Set, we get Ice Set, and then this guy will step back from the Drifter and attack for 4. Love it. All right. Easy game. I guess I was giving this scenario way too much credit. I did not change forms, did I? No, I did not. I just did a default move forward with this, and I played this Smoldering Hatred top. Now I have elements, so I think I'm going to, like, Firefly Swarm to move forward, and... So we'll Firefly Swarm and Scarab Flight to move forward. Then next turn can go fast, attack something with Mind Spike to change forms, and Selfless Offering to heal one of my allies and get them regenerating. And then that will switch us into melee form, and we can get one more turn off in that. Maybe go for an Icebound Quills or something, I don't know. Fortitude, I mean... I see no reason not to just Fortitude this guy. I guess Chunk of Flesh would get me a tick back. So let's do this. And I'm very happy, and I'm long resting. They're first again, so 1, 2... Well, this guy first. And so he just backs up and shoots Banner. And Banner will take 1 damage and shield the other one. I haven't used that Scepter at all, now that I don't have my skeletons. And Banner gets muddled while long resting. Oh no. Move 2 and attack for 2. Does 1. Beautiful. Drifter will just move forward. I've got to move 6, don't I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 with the sustained momentum, and then just attack with Fortitude. And it will kill and make this guy suffer 2 from the Shockwave. Just a range 3 attack on this guy, so he does nothing. And then Geminate. So I need to position Geminate for the Mind Spike, which is 3 range away from this guy. So unfortunately, I'm just gonna go here and not pick up any loot. Which sucks, but... yeah, I could go for the Scarab Flight this turn, but I don't want to kill him. So I think it makes the most sense to just leave him there. And then Banner Spear will just long rest. Alright. I have gotten so absurdly lucky with the oozes. Oh, dang it. I didn't kill any Ice Wraith on Geminate, and I could have to go for the battle goal, because I killed a Living Doom. I've now killed a Living Spirit. I would just need to kill an Ooze, and I would get the 2 checkmark battle goal, but I didn't kill, and I had the opportunity. I had the opportunity to pull an attack that just needed a +1 to get the kill. I should have played the loss. I should have played the loss because it would have killed either of them with a 0. Ah, I just didn't think about it. Oh well. It's not the end of the world. I know what I'm doing here. Mind Spike with Selfless Offering, heal up the Banner Spear. Beautiful. Couldn't be any happier. I think here I just go late. I try to get close to the ooze. I want him to split like this way, and then I go for like a tip of the spear. So if I move 1, 2, 3, and then I go 1, 2, 3. Okay, so just a move 2 is enough for me to move it at 6 speed next turn and move 4 and tip of the spear. I guess though, if he summons, he's going to be summoning a 9 health guy, and I'm not one-shotting with tip of the spear. So, oh, but he only summons a 9 health guy if he doesn't take any damage. So I just need Drifter to deal some damage. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, this is so cheeky. Okay, so I need to tip of the spear. Well, I don't need to tip of the spear, but I need a formation set to deal damage. I can go here instead of here and Crude Spear to deal damage to this ooze. Then he'll split, and I can pick where he splits based off which formation I want to play. It's just not even fair. It just doesn't even feel fair. What if I play move 4? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I can just have Drifter go here, have him split here, run behind, and me grinder them. Game is not fair. All right, I will Mind Spike. It's attack for 4, which means that I need a 0. I do need a 0 to pick up this kill. It would be really sad to miss the kill. No items to buff it up. And then I heal Banner Spear. There should definitely be an element out right now, right? I was supposed to move the element over last turn, but there was an element over for me to move over to set the fire. I had said that was my plan. I just forgot to physically do it, but which means that I do get an experience because there should be fire that was set from an element that I switched over last turn. He didn't split. My whole plan, it was so good. It was a beautiful plan, but it only would have worked if he was splitting. How on earth is he not split yet? It says 66% chance he splits next turn. Crazy. Alright. Well, Drifter can eat an attack for 5, only dies to crit. So let's go 1, 2, 3. I don't want him to back off from me. So let's go 1, 2, 3. What cards did I play? Yeah, this is fine. So we'll just move 3 with Breakthrough. Unfortunately, it will use a Sustained Momentum. And then we will Crude Spear with Chunk of Flesh. So attack for 4. Still haven't drawn either of those blesses. And then I can heal for 2, and I get a tick back, so Crushing Weight makes the most sense. On the long rest, probably Sustained Momentum, but for now, Crushing Weight makes the most sense. He will just attack for 5, and it will deal 6. And I'll block the poison. Geminate switched to melee form on its turn. And then I have move 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, I played a move 4 this turn. So I will just move here so that I can pick up a loot. They did set dark. Need to be much better with my elements. I got a corpse cap. Beautiful. Oop. And then now I can move 1, 2, 3, 4, and I can long spear. Do I even want to do that, though? I guess long spear never kills. Oh, well, I don't have long spear, so I guess I won't do that. He's most likely splitting, though. What is the speed of their split? Why? I mean, it's really slow. It's slower than Boldening Blow, so there's no way that I'm going to be able to get anything. I could just move forward and regroup. I think I want to deal a little bit of damage to him, so let's just... Oh, let's move forward and Meat Grinder heal the Drifter. Attack at range into the Ooze, and then hopefully he'll split into a little guy. If I deal like 2 damage to him, he'll go down to 4 on the split, and the new guy will have 4 health, and I just need to kill the 4 health Ooze. And that shouldn't be an issue at all. Here, I guess I just move to pick up a loot and then long rest. And Drifter has to long rest, right? Yeah, Drifter's out of cards. So Geminate will just move to and be ready to long rest the next turn. The Ooze literally... I mean, you can't get any luckier than this to have Split be its last card. That's crazy. So Banner Spear will move 1, 2, 3. This way she will be the focus. Drifter can eat a heal. Attack with Javelin. Oh, let's turn the darkness into fire, I think. On Geminate's turn. And then just attack with Javelin. And it does 2 damage, just like I predicted. And then now he will just attack the Banner Spear for 5. And Banner Spear will take 2. And a poison. And then Drifter will heal 3. Gets to move a tick back. Maybe I should do Sustain Momentum. 1 time. Maybe it should be Crushing Weight, but I don't know. I don't think it's gonna matter. I get so many items back here. I've got some move 4s, which are nice. Bloodletting is nice. Vile Assault on the final room will be really nice. Yeah, let's save Fierce Barrage, because when Oozes split, Fierce Barrage plus Shockwave to just absolutely destroy them. Get rid of Prudent Preparation. Definitely does not feel necessary. Alright, now I am guaranteed for him to split on this turn. Long Resting Geminate. So I cannot go after. Ooh. I would love to set up 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm set up to where if he just spawns right here, I can Boldening Blow next turn. I just need Geminate to go fast. But Oozes are really slow, right? So I'll save my 25 speed card because that'll be a good initiative to go with Boldening Blow. And then I can get 2 more Blesses in before the final room. I am just having a fantastic scenario, I think. Let's Chunk of Flesh to get a tick back, right? And then I probably am just going to stand still. I could deal a little bit of damage to this Ooze, but I don't want to like risk killing him. He'll damage himself a little bit, and then I'll Bloodletting him next turn. Yeah, it's 94. So I'm just doing like a whole bunch of nothing on everybody. This does work this way, right? I mean, okay, yeah. It summons a normal who has the same health as the current guy after he's suffered 2. Geminate is going to heal 2, and then the only thing I care about is having a move 4, which means I think I need to go into ranged form, and I'll play Firefly. I guess I don't actually have to play a move 4, do I? So what do I have? I'm pretty low on melee cards, because I played a lot of melee losses, but it felt really good. Well, I still have 4 melee cards, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ranged cards. Oh, and I've got a melee card in my hand, so losing a melee card makes the most sense, so let's get rid of Hornet Stinger. And then I said switch into ranged form. So I play Firefly Swarm. I need to go fast, so we go Mind Spike, Firefly Swarm. And just don't do any attacks. Just move up here so that I get into position. Banner Spear. Banner Spear goes at 25 and plays Boldening Blow to kill this guy before he gets his first turn. Drifter is just going to Bloodletting. I can go 1, 2, 3, 4 with Vile Assault. And Bloodletting. Geminate. Oh, and last turn, Geminate used the Loot Boots. I did think it, I just didn't say it. Another random item. During your multi-target melee ability, add a target. Do I have any of those? Not yet, I don't think. No. Oh well. So I just move 1, 2, 3, 4. I will choose not to do the attack, but we're in this beautiful formation. Oh, not only are we in this beautiful formation, but I can throw forward with regroup after I do the attack. So let's Spyglass it. And +1. I think I did need the +1 to kill, didn't I? Because he has a shield. I did need the +1 to kill. But we get the kill because of it. That gets the mastery because I killed an ooze before it got its first turn. And I get to give blesses to both of my other characters. And Drifter's deck is pretty thin at this point. I've got 16 cards, and 4 of them are crits. 24 cards on Geminate? What? Alright. It's a very grindy scenario. I guess I will just move 1, 2, 3. Like that. And that'll be fine. Drifter is not going to move forward. Well, it's the same either way, right? Because of sustained momentum. So, 1 sustained momentum on the move for 3. And then attack with Bloodletting. Okay, so there's one of the blesses. Had to figure it was being drawn here, but that's fine. Can get a tick back, so a Crushing Weight tick goes forward. I can get a Sustained Momentum back. I'm going to use one on this turn to get up to the door. Oh, also, did I long rest last turn? Or maybe I did move a tick back on my long rest. I'm not sure if I did or not. Very hard to keep track of everything. I do get to move 1 tick back with Bloodletting. I think I'm going to do Crushing Weight. And then now I will move 1, 2, 3, 4. And heal 2. And that'll put my Sustained Momentum on the final thing. But I probably just need one more move. 1 move 6 will get me to the back of the room. And so I don't need any more Sustained Momentum. So all of my get ticks back can go into Crushing Weight. And, oh, I thought I saved one of my get a tick back cards, but I guess I didn't. Did I remember to get a tick back when I played the heal on Chunk of Flesh? I think I didn't, but I'm not sure, and I'm in a good enough position that I'm just not going to worry about it. I'm just going to stand still here, not use any of my ticks. That's Banner Spear is out of cards. Geminate is on a ranged... Do I even care about Banner Spear being out of cards? I probably just want to short rest and move 4? Or maybe just move 2? I guess one benefit is if I long rest, I can move Geminate forward, but Geminate's far enough in that it doesn't really matter. Nah, let's long rest. I want to get those items back. So here, I guess I can heal. Dang it, okay. On my turn, I changed the fire into fire with the Changeling's Boon. It's so hard to keep up with it. Oh, but if I play Selfless Offering, then I can't switch. Then I can't switch back. So I guess I won't do that. I'll just play these 2 ranged cards, and then I'll play Selfless Offering bottom. So just 1, 2, 3. Oh, wait. No, just 1, 2. Which means I would rather just move 1. Drifter just does nothing. Banner Spear heals. Will move the Geminate forward on the long rest. I finally got one of those. Get these all back. Save Javelin. Save the movement. Get rid of Let Them Come. Alright, now I can go 1, 2, 3, 4. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, I guess. It probably makes the most sense to just move 2 and pick up a loot, I think. So, move 2, heal 2, regenerate, pick up the loot, move 3, switch to melee form, and then long rest. On the long rest, I get back a crushing weight. Save my movement cards. Ooh, you know what? I think I see what I want to do. Alright, is it time to just go? 1, 2, 3, 4. No, I'm going to buy 1 turn before I go. So here, maybe I'm just going to move up. I just need to not switch forms. Then I'll just play my move 4 with jump and disarm. 1, 2, 3, 4. That should be able to reach a monster. So I just need to move up 1. And so maybe I'll just Icebound Quills and get some... So there should have been fire. Oh, but I can't turn it into ice. I can only turn it into fire or light. So I guess I could go for the Draining Pincers. So I turned the element into light. So let's play these 2. And then here, just 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Regenerate. Move 1 step closer. Do I move a tick back or anything? No. And we're ready. So I will move 4 and attack with Javelin. I will drag down with Draining Pincers, and I set the element to light again. And then here, Vile Assault with Deadly Shot is what I'm thinking. So, Banner Spear first is going to move 4. 1, 2. Is this really what this room looks like? Okay, I thought it was going to be so much more intimidating. It's so underwhelming. What? This is a hard scenario, I thought. Am I on the wrong difficulty? Like, it's +2 difficulty. How do I have so many freaking cards left on everybody? It hasn't even been that long. It hasn't even been 2 hours. Okay, the switches can be targeted by attacks whenever they are. The switch gets activated. At the start of each round, any switch not activated will spawn an ooze. And it's elite for 3 characters, but it doesn't matter because I know about it. Which this is my least favorite room in all of Frosthaven, because you play this really long scenario. It's got a lot of relatively tough things going on. I got really lucky with this ooze in the second room not spawning, splitting sooner. It's splitting at literally the last possible time. I was literally waiting for it to split. But I mean, still, even if he had split 3 times and there had been a small army of oozes back here, I don't think it would have been that hard for me to deal with. But then you come into this final room and you don't know you need to run all the way to the back of it to hit these switches. And so then, you played a move 4 and you can get to here and you can hit the ooze. And then an ooze spawns right here on the next round. And what are you supposed to do if you're a melee character? how are you possibly supposed to hit this switch as a melee character? And you just can't. So, like, you've played this really long scenario, you know, if you're a Blink Blade and you didn't, you know, you have a ranged card in, like, Kinetic Transfer when you're slow, or Temporal Displacement Bottom when you're fast. But, like, you've lost those cards because they're, like, pretty weak attacks and, like, you're not really thinking about ranged damage very much. You've lost them by the time you get to this point. And so, like, if you don't know about these switches, you just lose. And it's a really, really, really crappy way to lose a level. But that's not going to happen here because I know what I'm doing. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, maybe I don't know what I'm doing because I'm not going to be able to reach this with Javelin. I actually just assumed that I would. 1, 2, 3, 4, but I'm not. So that sucks. All right, so I'll just attack the Ooze instead then, and deal 1 damage. All right, Drifter has a move 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, that works for me. And then let's attack the pedestal thing for 2 with poison, and I destroy it. The switch has been activated. And then attack the Ooze for 4, because the first one would have used a tick. Attack for 4 with wound. Bless. No. That's fine. And then now Geminate. I think it just has move 4, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, can I reach? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's worth it to use the loss to attack this, just because it prevents another Ooze from being spawned. So I'll eat the light, and attack with advantage, and just disable the switch. And that was double losses, but we're definitely calling worth on that. Oh, it also procs the final Hornbeal Carapace. So at least I got some experience on this turn. I got, what was that? 1, 2, 3, 4 experience, which is more than half of any other turn. All right, well, this is very easy at this point. And I did not change forms, did I? No, that is a loss. And yeah, the other one went to the correct pile. So if I short rest... Oh, also I could have turned this wind into something. Into either fire or light. So I only have 2 cards left in melee form since I played 2 melee form losses. So if I short rest, then I would only get 1 turn, and then I would just have to long rest. And the short rest card I lose would have to be a range card. So I'm just going to long rest on Geminate. So that means let's short rest on Banner, so that she can get something going. And then I will just meat grinder with Boldening Blow. I can move here, move the Geminate here, and meat grinder these guys. It's very slow, but they're splitting again, so what does it even matter? Let's break through. I'm adjacent to 2 enemies, so I get back 1 persistent. So let's do crushing weight. Let's attack the guy who is not wounded with Chunk of Flesh. And so it'll deal 4 damage, which will kill. It'll cause 2 shockwave damage to go off into the guy next to him. And then I heal and can get a tick back. And Banner Spear will move down here and tell the Geminate to move with Boldening Blow. Yeah, it was move 2, so that will work. And then just attack the top and then the bottom. So we deal 1 damage. Yeah, 1 damage and 4. And they both get wounded. So this guy dies, this guy dies, this guy takes 3, and brings in one more guy with 2 health. So now as soon as they split again, they will die. So let's literally just pick up loot. I guess I could also go for a Firefly Swarm. Because there should still be an element. I'm forgetting. Someday I'll remember to do the Changeling's Boon. But I set wind with Javelin, and so I've just been juggling that wind this whole time to keep it as fire. And so I can get... Yeah, I can get experience off of this bottom. Oh, and if I've got fire, then I can Selfless Offering for an experience. And that feels worth it. Oh, and since I just long rested, I get the shoes back. And so I'll just use them on this turn to pick up that. So Banner Spear will just run over there with... Oh, Banner Spear already played 2 cards. Oh, did Drifter play cards? I guess Drifter's long resting. It doesn't matter. They're splitting, so Drifter's not long resting. Drifter played those 2 cards. What? Come on. So Banner Spear just moves 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ah, didn't get the Rock Root. There was still 1 Rock Root in the pile. Geminate is going to heal itself for 4 and get Regenerate and Strength, or not Strengthen, and then heal. Well, it doesn't matter either way. Heal the Banner Spear using this fire, and give her Regenerate, and then these guys will split and die, and Drifter will go right here. Oh, there was that Rock Root. So close to getting Banner Spear 2 herbs. All right, either way, I'm super happy with how this level went because I was definitely expecting to lose. I mean, that first room was like... That first room went amazingly. So we have killed all of the monsters and activated both switches. So 93-4, we get 2 Corpse Cap. So I don't think I really care where they go. Banner Spear is now 2/5 of the way to retiring. I guess Geminate's probably the furthest away from retiring, so let's just put the Corpse Cap there. And let's go back to town. And it's time for a celebration. We have hit winter, so 183.3 is going to be Traveling Salesman, right? But that doesn't really matter because I have the Trading Post. 183.3, the Visiting Trader comes. Does he have a name? No, he does not have a name. So I can buy something. I can also spend 7 gold on a resource, which feels worth it, at least on Geminate. So let's get metal, and then let's get hide. Just even those out a little bit. And so that finishes that one, and then what's the other one? 21-4, and that's just winter has arrived, gain a prosperity. Winter arrives, gain a prosperity. Let's see, do we have a name? Quattro Mail Carrier. So no name. That's fine. So we can just progress that, get 1 prosperity, and then let's get a name out of this outpost event. Let's see. A Savas. Oh, I am Eros. So we are one name away from retiring Drifter, which means probably on the next scenario. It's over here. Let's see. Option B. Why would you do something from in icy water? Like, obviously it's gonna riddle you. So, no effect. Done. Beautiful. Outpost phase. spend 6 gold. I've got the most on Geminate. And then I have the trading post unlocked. So, I mean, I could get winged shoes. I've already got a better chest piece than this. I could go for that dangerous gear. Oh, the flashing axe is obviously not a potion item. So I could go for the dangerous gear. Stamina potion's too good for right now, though, and I'm still just level 1, so... Circle of the Elements is okay. I did like Changeling's Boon. It's just really hard to keep up with, but I mean, given that you can turn the same element over turn after turn after turn, it means that you just need an element set once, and then you can have it set to one of the 2 that you want. Heater Shield would be nice, but Weighted Net also can be good. Geminate just didn't really even need to do very much of anything in that scenario, just with how well the Meat Grinder Fierce Barrage went on those 2 Ice Wraiths in the room 2. So, any potions to make? Oh, I should level up on Banner Spear, right? I did level up on Banner Spear. It's not even close on... It's actually kind of close on Drifter. And I get 1 check mark and 2. But unfortunately, I missed on Geminate. So Banner Spear will level up, or get 2 perks and level up once. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. So Hold the Line or Explosive Epicenter. I went Hold the Line last time I played Banner Spear. What can you do with Explosive Epicenter? I mean, it's very similar on the top here to Unbreakable Wall. And I did get much more and better use out of Unbreakable Wall in this playthrough than I did in my first Banner Spear playthrough, which makes me want to try it. The move 1 is also really interesting for potential formations. Because you get to grant both of you a move 1, so you could like push these 2 guys back, step forward yourself, and put your ally behind you, and then you're already in Resolved Courage 100% of the time, to go at Resolved Courage on the next turn. So maybe I'm gonna try Explosive Epicenter over Hold the Line. I mean, Hold the Line is obviously amazing. Let's try Explosive Epicenter, though. Oh, one thing, though, that I kind of disregarded was Hold the Line's bottom. And that's really nice. To, like, move forward, you know, retaliate, like, three turns in a round, having a 9 damage bottom. And Explosive Epicenter top is really... You know what? I'm going Hold the Line. Because if I want this top effect, I can just play Unbreakable Wall. And it's so similar. I'm just not getting that move 1. Is this move 1 going to be worth more than a 5-speed shield? I can't see that being the case. So, the boring option, but shield and grant everybody else a shield is good. Worst case scenario is a 5-speed move 2, which we do already have a 4-speed move 6. Well, other way around, but... Really, really hard to pick a card to lose here. I think it's going to be Let Them Come. I haven't been getting amazing use out of it, but I'll reassess when the next level comes. So I could go for this shield again, now that I have two check marks from leveling and getting a perk. And I mean, that's just insane shielding. You compare it with Hold the Line or just on a set for the charge turn. Alternatively, I could add this other disarm, and I mean, let's get rid of the final -1 and add the rolling shield, and then add a disarm. Nah, let's get rid of a 0. Nobody wants to see a 0. So rolling shield and one of these, and then I get rid of a -1 and a 0. $24 cards. That's crazy. Replace, replace. I've added. Removed 1. Okay, so yeah, that's 24. And is that it? We can build the, let's build a sled. Don't remember what that costs. 3, 2, 1. You know what? Let's not use any of this because we've got, oh, whoops. We've got 7 wood in here. So just take the 3 wood from here, build the sled. I guess it's not worth spending some morale to double build, because we would still be 1 prosperity away from getting tick 3. So maybe next time I'll double build. Oh. Dang. I am going to double build because there's a chance that the Drifter retires, and I haven't upgraded the Alchemist yet, which means that I wouldn't be able to disenchant Drifter's potions before he retires, because I would build in the final phase. So let's spend 2 morale to build another building, and it's 2, 2, 1 to upgrade the Alchemist. So we've got 2 and 1, so just 2 metal.